All righty, welcome everybody. It is October 5th and it is our Tribe Redefine and Friends team call. I love that you guys are here. You are welcome every week. We will continue to share, and also you are welcome to take the reins. If you're not running team calls yourself and you want to jump in and you have a topic, just shoot me a text, give me a call, send me a DM, and we'll make it happen. And you can lead the show. Lovely colors there, Kate and Brooke. Let me get the ball rolling, actually, because I have an agenda in my PowerPoint presentation here. No music or anything tonight. Let's present you. Yes, present. Why is it so slow? Okay, can everyone hear me still? Perfect. Okay, so I wanted to kind of take some of what we've discussed over the last few team calls on and off and make it more actionable and also connect it to the company's mission. And to be quite honest with you, in the last couple of weeks, not in the last couple of weeks, excuse me, in the last couple of days, I've been spending time kind of Googling, just doing some research on what do people need in team calls or in, leadership trainings and things like that. Not just the takeaways that are the podcasts I listen to that you guys are already listening to, or that someone talked about on the National Wake Up Call, but what can I bring to really deliver something different and also just give us something actionable and a new way to look at stuff so that you can then bring that to your teams down the line, or you can take this into your profession or whatever it is. And so one of the things had to do with understanding mission statements. And it felt very familiar to me with what we talked about with our personal brand. So tonight, everything's kind of coming together, but we're calling it Mission You. And because I like to have names for everything. Okay, so here's what our agenda is going to be today. We're going to spend a couple of minutes in the beginning before we do recognition and our announcements, reminding ourselves of our personal brand, because I figured some people are on this call who were not on that call a couple weeks ago, and you also may have put that into the back of your mind if you're just like me and live day to day. We're going to go through a recognition like we usually do, a Success Club points, but I also wanted to add a layer to that tonight. Few announcements, one that I have, one that corporate has, and to see if you guys have anything to share, and then get into Beachbody's mission statement. And we're going to break that down, kind of analyze it. Unfortunately, an English teacher leads these calls, and we're going to see how we can take that and use that to influence our action after the call. And that is that, right? In case anybody wanted to take notes, that is our agenda. I will also share this presentation with the team call so that you can go through it at your leisure at another pace if you find it lovely. Okay, so let's remember what our personal brand is. When we talked, and it was in the September 21st call, that recording is posted in both team pages, TFT and Tribe. So if you want to take a peek at that call, you can go right to it. And we spent about 15 minutes going through these three questions and defining or redefining our brand, depending on what stage of our business we were in. And the three questions are: what do you stand for? What are the personal values you hold? And what do people say about you when you leave the room? And remember, that's the good things, the things you want them to be impressed upon as you exit. Or in your absence, they wish you were here because you would solve this problem, you would provide this solution. So if you were not on that call on the 21st, or if you don't remember at all what it is that these meant for you, take a quick screenshot of this or take a picture of it with your phone and spend a couple of minutes while we go through recognition and announcements, just defining that. It'll make our activity later a little bit easier. So it's kind of our warm-up. So I'll give you about 30 seconds to find those notes or to take that photo. Jackie has her notes. She gets an A+ star student. Erica's like, I'm sure I got my notes. Erica always has her stuff. Scrolling through, I can't see everybody. What's that? I can't do math right now. I have a co-host today. She's back there doodling on my board.
I'm practicing math.
Practicing math. Awesome. All right. So we'll cycle back to that. So let's do some recognition. One of the things they've always said, and I can't say this phrase without hearing Jeff Hill, and anybody who's been in the business long enough, I know Leslie knows who Jeff Hill is. I think he retired before Jackie became a coach, but he was a, he's not the CEO of the business. I forget what his title was. Maybe Leslie remembers. I don't recall. But he ran the National Wake Up Call prior to, oh my gosh, what the heck is her name? Sandy. I was saying Susie in my head and I knew that was wrong. Before Sandy became the co-host, she was always on there. She would talk and introduce Jeff Hill, and then he would do the interviews. And he reminds me very much of my Pop-Up Vinny, who passed away a couple years ago. He just had that same demeanor. He was super great, and he spoke when Michelle Myers hosted a Team Iron dinner for all of us. He spoke there, and he spoke at Summit as well. He's just a lovely, lovely man. And he would always say success leaves clues. When those on the National Wake Up Call would share what they were doing, he's like, it's no surprise you're so successful because of all these things. So tonight, what I would like for everyone to do, and if you want to just leave things in the chat, you can, but if you are comfortable unmuting yourself and talking, I'd love for you to shout yourself out. Shout out if you have any Success Club points. Shout out how you felt after your run. Shout out if you sold your first challenge pack. Shout out if you signed your first coach. Shout out if someone signed up for the free trial. Like anything, big, little, or small. Just take no more than 15 seconds or so a person, 30 seconds or so. But I'd love to hear some voices or read some things in the chat, whatever it is you'd like to shout yourself out for.
Oh, I'll start with yesterday. I'm insanely inspired by what happened yesterday in every capacity, whether it's God coming through with the weather or just everybody showing up, no one getting lost, no one getting injured. The forget about the run, just the events of the day.
Yes.
Everyone had a good time. Everybody, I mean, did we even run? It was just such a good time.
My legs say yes, we did.
Okay. It was just, you know what I mean? It was like just such an energy high.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud. I mean, I'm proud that it happened, but I'm just so proud of all of you.
I feel it. I feel it. Looks like someone said something in the chat. Hillary felt so accomplished after the run. So did I. It was awesome. Who else? Let's hear about it. Anything you have going on? A challenger that's kicking butt that you're proud of?
Yeah, Jacqueline.
So I finished MBF and MBFA and went back to 21 Day Fix, which is the first program I did back in June when I first signed up. And this time around, I did not have to modify a single move. Last time I had to modify every move. And on top of that, I have a couple of people who are interested in joining as challengers potentially, waiting on messages back.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Michaela. I couldn't tell at first if you were speaking. Let's see, Jacqueline's, well, I'll get back to that in a second to the chat. But what Michaela said, it reminded me of something completely off topic, but also not. When you said you went back to your first program from June, I love doing that. 21 Day Fix Extreme was my first program, and I always feel like it's my home base. Whenever I find myself kind of, nothing's really working, or I'm not loving these programs, or my, whatever, just something's not going well for me, my nutrition's off, I return to my home base and it always refocuses me. So you have that experience, and that's really awesome. I love it. I love it. So in the chat, we're filling up. Jackie Fernstad said, shout out, she did the run and stayed under 10-minute miles, which is a major win. Your training led to that, and that was definitely what I would have assumed you would do, and you kicked major butt and looked good doing it. Nina yesterday inspired me to reach out to 5 people today. That's awesome. While Nina and I were sitting outside very patiently and happily waiting for everybody to finish beautifying, she sent somebody a challenge pack. So Nina's on fire. Jackie said it was so exciting to see all the passion, and she got the big run bug back. Yes, I do too. It's awesome. Very cool. Well, if you think of something, if you're just being modest or being shy, feel free to throw it in the chat or unmute yourselves later. We'll have more time to talk.
I was going to say personal record for my run on Sunday. And then also I have a few carts sending out as we speak for the refresh.
Your
the 3-day
timeline
refresh.
looked amazing. Amazing. Oh, that's smart of me. I never put the 3-day refresh on there. Yeah. Mention that again when we get to the announcements. Thank you very much. But I loved that. Your time was crazy killer. Really good. Anybody else?
Yeah, one of my challengers posted her results today on social media for, she started with Bar Blend, and then now she's doing 10 rounds with me, but she is doing so great, and it's so fun to see how much weight she's lost in inches. And she said even more, which I can totally relate with, is like her mental
Yeah.
health is so much better, and she's just so much more confident, and she just feels so much better. So it's really cool to see that. I'm still really trying to make her a coach, but she still fights me and I keep asking
Okay.
her every day. But she's doing really great, so it's exciting.
Did she submit to the Beachbody Challenge? Did she submit her results to that?
She did. She got her
Good.
shirt. Yeah.
Cool. All right, good.
Good.
Good. That's awesome. And that looks really good from a coach perspective. Just in our businesses, they count that, how many challenges we have that submit to those. That's a nice little recognition to get. When you know your people are getting results, you benefit just mentally, like you said. Who else wants to share? I love that, Erica. Can't do anything. I don't know. My buttons aren't working. Okay, I'm going to keep it moving here. Next, we have, I'm going too far. Is everyone seeing that red? I don't know what that is. I must have had some tool open. I don't really know what I've done here. But anyway, it's on all of the screens. So big announcements. Number one, 30-day breakaway is out. If you got it, give us like a nod or a high five or something. I haven't placed my order yet, but I definitely am going to, especially after yesterday. Just it's necessary. And Dallas is really adorable, and I just am excited to do a program with her. I've never done Mess de Masks, and she seems really neat. Having worked out with her at Summit, she was cool. Anyway, just start figuring out how to weave that in. It's kind of the time, and I was hesitant about the timing of the launch of this program. It felt weird to me, but then when you really do the math, it does line up beautifully with a turkey trot. And so many people do that, or they're available, or you can have the virtual 5K. So there's just so many options. Even though it's getting chillier in most of the areas, it's actually quite the perfect time to break things up and to get people outside. And those people who maybe return to their gym, maybe their gyms are starting to wind down again as flu season approaches, and this is a nice way to get them outside. I wanted to announce that I'll be hosting a meal prep party on the 18th of this month. It's a Sunday at 1 p.m. I'm focusing on potluck, so anything that can go in a pot. Crock pot, stews, soups, Instant Pot, all those kinds of recipes will be in the menu. Some to make and freeze, some to make for the week. So however you want to plan that, but you're welcome to join in. I will take the reins and create the menu. You can add to it if you'd like, or send me a couple things to include in it, but you're welcome to invite your people, whether you can or cannot attend. I'll create a little event and share that out, but I just wanted to give you that announcement. And I also forgot, a lot of us are doing the 3-day refresh at the end of the month after Halloween. I'm promoting that, so it's something that you guys can consider doing if you'd like. We wanted to give it a lot of time since shipping is still so very delayed, and also after the sugar rush. But I just wanted to ask anybody if you have anything going on, whether it's just this is something I'm doing with one of my coaches, and if it would be a great idea for you guys to try it, or if you have something you'd like to invite other people to get involved in, feel free right now to unmute and share any of those things if you so choose.
Am I unmuted? I can't even see me.
Yes, you are. I can't even
Okay.
see you, and nothing's working. Here we go.
I don't even know where I am.
There you are.
Yes, I just got kicked out of my workspace by my husband. So give me like 2 minutes to move, and then I want to answer that.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll come back to you. That is fine.
Thank you.
Everybody having a good Monday? Lovely Monday.
You can look.
It's only my whiteboard, but nothing. Oh my.
Okay, forgive me.
You're fine, Lisa. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I actually, it's about the 30-day breakaway. I see me, so I hope you guys, I don't know if you guys.
I can see you. You're in.
Cool. All right, so the 30-day breakaway thing is happening, and I'm going to throw it to Leslie and thank her for bringing it to my attention, and I don't think I quite understood what she was saying until it actually happened to me today. So great, we're all fired up for running. If you didn't go to the race, you should be stealing our pictures and using them, because so many people were like, what is that? Like, what exactly is that? It's amazing is what it is. And that's what people should be seeing and feeling. So people are like, I want to do this. Like, I want to do this. Either runners, they used to be runners, they are runners, they're becoming runners, they want to be runners. So they want to join. And I was like, great. They can't do that for 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, so like, what do we do for 2 weeks? So we have created a group to just put them to build excitement for running. So what that means is that starting right now, I'm literally making it as we are on this call, introductions to running, to who you are, to what your experience is, to, you know, whatever it is that you want to contribute, to build the excitement, to keep the clients or the potential completely free. These are for people who are only for 30-day breakaway, are only interested in running. They're going to be there in like a holding pen, if you will, for like 2 weeks. They'll get sample workouts. They'll get, you know, all kinds of, check out these new sneakers, go get the size. So that on the 18th, we'll be like, hey guys, tomorrow it's available, go buy it. And on the 19th, we're going to be like, hey, look, that'll be like the prep week. The 25th will be like, hey, tomorrow we start the program. And then the 26th to the 22nd, October to November, is the program, and the 22nd. Now, November 22nd, it has been the day for my team. Isn't it cool that I can say that now? That we're working towards a race, whether it's live or virtual. November 22nd, we're going to do a 5K, wherever you are. So we are saying that. Now, what I just said to some of my coaches is use that as an opportunity to, like, let's say, oh, somebody on November 15th is like you start talking about it. Hey, our race is a week away. And they're like, oh man, I didn't know, or I didn't, you know, that's then your next program. So it's like right now we're planning these 2 weeks for the launch of 30-day breakaway. While you're in 30-day breakaway, you talk about it, and when people are like, oh, I missed it, they can still come to that 5K. If you do a live group run, they can come and they can meet and see what the community is about. And then. So that's just without going into like too much. That's what we're doing and thinking.
Love it. That's awesome.
Thanks.
That's perfect. Hillary's excited. She's pumped.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. So obviously anybody who wants to join that, like if there's a play, I don't know what everybody, like what is everybody else doing? How about that? Like what are you doing for people who want to buy Breakaway right now? Where are you putting them?
With Tony Ann started a group with me and a couple of other coaches that are on her team, and we're doing 21-day fix as kind of like a prep and waiting for 30-day breakaway, and then like moving into 30-day breakaway when that's done, about the same time that you'll be starting, like the October 26th kind of thing. So that's what I'm taking part in.
I don't know who's talking.
Kayla.
Oh, I can't see you. Okay, hi. Okay, cool. And what is everybody like? Jackie, Pam, what if somebody says I want to do it, I want to buy?
I was just going to make them sign up as a coach. If I had someone who really wanted to do it right now, I would explain to them they would just sign up as a coach for now. That was my plan. If someone was like, oh my God, I want this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't have a long-term plan. Yours sound great though.
Well, I went live actually in the page and said anybody who wants to like join that for the next 2 weeks, like do it. Let's make it a place where people
Well,
can
then people on the fence don't feel they could just check it out and see if they like it. I like
that's exactly the whole point. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, it's free. It's completely free for 2 weeks. We're going to offer you stuff. And now I don't know if I'm playing hardball, but I said, and then on the 19th, if and when they don't buy, they're removed from the group. They're removed from the group. Like, you're not buying it. Okay. Well, then there's no reason for you to be. So anyway, I'm not going to hijack any more of this time.
That's fine. That's why I've opened it up today. I want to make sure that other people are talking too. It doesn't have to be just the usual. Yeah, I mean, Jackie and I set the start date for when we're gonna launch our group, but not really. I like your plan. It's cute. Not cute. That's the wrong word. It's good.
What is the start date that you're planning?
I don't have my planner open, Jackie. What did we say? It 30 days ended up to be like Thanksgiving or like the day before.
Okay,
So the math works backwards from there.
got it.
But I think we started a few days earlier because of the, right?
Well, we had like we had a couple of prep
We had a
days
couple
and
days
then,
for leeway. That way, if people didn't get to it
Yeah.
every day. I'll put it in the chat when I find my copy.
okay. Yeah, I have it in here, but I have it put away. Okay. All right. Let's keep things going. This is really delaying and making me nuts. Okay, sorry. I can't scroll today. All right. So, and then this red line, I don't know where this came from. I don't know what it is, but I somehow had a fun add-on apparently. All right. So what I would like us to do now, so you should have had your personal brand kind of in mind. And I want us to take a peek at Beachbody's mission statement. My goal was for us to go into breakout rooms, but it's already 9:30 just about, and I don't want to take up too much time because I want us to get to our action steps. So I'm going to talk about October 26th. And yes, with the refresh, and then run after the refresh is done. Okay. That was Jackie and my plan. Okay. What I would like for us to do then instead, and I'll unmute or we can do chat, whatever you guys want individually. But I want us to take a couple of minutes privately and look at the Beachbody mission statement, which I will read for you, and I know you guys can all read, and see how and in what ways you can tie your personal brand to this. So I'll give you an example for me. So the Beachbody mission statement: help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. It is very open-ended. And I think at different times in your coaching journey or different times in your own why, what people achieving their goals looks like may or may not change. So here's what I mean. I'm just going to use Colleen as an example because she's looking at me. Colleen is a newer coach. Right now, I imagine her goals that she wants people to achieve is committing to a program, joining and doing their best and getting some results. In the future, maybe in the near future, like next week, or maybe in the future, like next year, achieving your goals could look more like achieving some sort of financial freedom, achieving some sort of rank. So think about that, how helping people achieve their goals. Which goal or goals are a focus for you right now? Because it's completely okay, bless you, if at different seasons of your life or of your coaching journey, where your focus is all encompassing, or sometimes you're kind of zeroed in for one reason or another. So I want you to take some time to complete that. And also what a healthy and fulfilling life looks like for you, your brand, and your customers. And the reason I want us to dial into that is because some coaches or some individuals are very specific with nutrition, all in with everything, are UPF disciples or are to be mind setters through and through, and have their very specific things and share these strict meal plans and show their containers every day or use the nutrition app and really go heavy into that. Where others, a healthy, fulfilling life might be whatever, right? If you want to have a cookie today because that makes you happy today, that's okay. We'll make some movements. We'll make that your yellow container and we won't call it a big deal. And I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm kind of going off track or kind of talking in circles. But we can't, I see.
What is this?
That's outdoors. Go ask Nan.
No, but this is outdoors.
That's indoors and outdoors. House, tree, indoors, outdoors. Okay? Okay. Cool. Anyway, my point being, when our personal brand is specific, we have to make sure the Beachbody mission statement becomes a little bit more specific. Because if you throw out too broad of a net, I'm going to help all people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives, you aren't really helping anybody because the goals are too vast and the definition of healthy and fulfilling lives is far too diverse. I'm not saying we can't help people do everything. We certainly can, but we don't want our marketing, for lack of a better term, to seem like we're wishy-washy, because then it's going to go over everyone's head. They're never going to feel like we're talking to them. So take some time personally and see right now, based on your personal brand, what are the goals you want to talk about, and make sure people are aware you can help them achieve. And what do you define right now, currently, a healthy, fulfilling life that you can share with people? Is a healthy, fulfilling life, you could follow a program and run as well and make swaps. Like, for example, just this morning, Jackie and I both swapped out the workout on day one of our program because we knew it wouldn't be the right one for us. So our healthy, fulfilling life is following the program, but not to the T and dying because, you know, this is what the workout says. We're going to make some adjustments. Where for other people, it's, I need to dial it in. This is who I'm speaking to right now. Those people who need everything to be perfect and containerized and all of those things. So to make sure your Instagram, your Facebook, your conversations behind the scenes, to make sure your people find you, and when you find others, they know if you're their people or not, you want to make sure you're talking about how you can achieve people's goals for them and help them do that, and how they can enjoy life, but what you're going to imagine that to be. It's a difficult thing at the beginning of a business, or when you feel like you're struggling in a business, to want to keep zeroing in your focus. You feel like you're going to alienate people. But I promise you, like we said, success leaves clues. Your success, when zeroed in and pointed in one specific direction, is where you're going to find the most possibilities. It really is. Once you get through your warm market and your brother and your great uncle and your second cousin and your neighbor all sign up because they love you, it's really time to define this information, to define your brand and how it aligns with Beachbody's mission statement, which from an English teacher's perspective is super open-ended and really malleable to wherever you are in your business and in your life. Does that make sense? Kind of?
Yes.
Okay, I clicked the next screen and it's not going. I didn't mean for that to be an awkward pause. There we go. Do you have any questions, or do you have anything that you notice when you're making those connections that you want to share with us beyond my examples? Because my examples don't work for everybody either. Kellen is literally doing laps right now in front of me in case my computer is shaking, or you hear it sound like a horse stampede is running through my house. He fell. All right, cool. Then here's what I would like for us to do for an action. I want you to share this somehow, some way. It doesn't have to be a post that's presented tonight.
Our house is circle, and then,
Yes.
and then it goes on a line.
Perfect. Love it. Our house is a circle and then it goes on a line, in case anybody was wondering about the layout, according to Kellen. So here's what I mean by this. If you can talk in your stories, if you're comfortable doing that, give me 2 minutes, buddy. I'm almost finished. I see the circle and the line.
No, but why is there a way in the kitchen there, and why is there a way kitchen out there? Why do we have two things to go in the kitchen?
Convenience. And so you could run laps. The builders knew you would run laps one day. Let me finish. I have 2 minutes to go. If you feel comfortable talking in your stories and what you just thought of is something you can talk about and share, then please do. But if not, take time and write it out and come up with a post that you will share within the next 24 hours. If you don't do something within 24 hours, you're not going to do it. 1 second, dude. You are running. It's lovely. And that's what you want to talk about. Either how you are defining achieving your goals right now, and if someone's looking for that kind of goal achievement, you're their person. How you're defining healthy living, what that looks like right now. If people are looking for that, you're their person. Create some sort of call to action in your social media that relates to this connection, how you fit in with the company and how somebody else fits in with you, because you're that connection between Beachbody and your prospects, right? You are the person that's going to get them to that next step. Ellen, you are really making me insane and dizzy. Quite dizzy. Anyway, that's all. That is it. If anybody thought of any more recognition that they would like to share, I saw our house. I know.
Mommy, look, our house is like this.
I know. Yes, thank you. Like this, in case anyone was curious for the visual. So anyway, that's it for me. If you guys have any more recognition you would like to share that you would like to unmute and talk about, if you have any points or things you want to put in the chat, feel free. Or if you've now sat down and brainstormed how you're going to make 30-day breakaway a better, more logical option for your prospects, then please share that as well. I'm gonna come back in.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If somebody buys a challenge pack with for 30-day breakaway, would MBF be in that now then too?
No,
Okay.
not until MBF is released to the general library. So it's still a VIP add-on.
Okay.
So all of the programs that are in the VIP launch window, even the next program that comes out, if one's still in the VIP launch window, it's not there until it's in the bod. That's a great question.
That's a really good
The
question.
MBF
Well, do you
not
know
going to bod?
What's that?
Do you
I
know
cannot
the
help you
date,
with that right now.
the
Sorry.
date that MBF is available to the library? No.
Isn't that in the new year?
Is it 6 months or is it
It
based
used
on
to be
the-
6 months. They had shortened the window because of COVID. So
Because I know in somewhere something they announced.
it says now in the blog that it'll be in December. Official launch on Beachbody On Demand late December.
Thank you.
Hey, Lisa. Are you okay? Are you okay if I add people to that free group that you were talking about? Because I have a few people who've been potentially a little bit interested, but not quite wanting to commit to like purchasing a challenge pack just yet.
Yeah. The goal of the group is for engagement, is to get every single person on board, every coach, every person. I don't know what to do with these people, and I don't really know if they're even serious, but I don't want to create a whole group. And I have a feeling it's going to be a holding pen. Like I said, you're going to put them there, and then we're going to decide who's serious, who's the serious person that's, even as a coach, like maybe it's not for you to love this program. Like
I probably will, because I found I've enjoyed running, but
great. Then it's like you're going to run with it, but it's like a way to feel out what people are thinking, what kinds of questions that they have, what the program actually looks like, all of those things. And, to really keep the engagement high on the part of the coach and the challenger.
I think it's a great idea because when MBF, I had people signing up for MBF and we weren't starting till whenever. And it's just like this lull where you want to like make sure no one loses interest.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and see who I can get involved in that.
What's the group called, Lisa?
A 30-day breakaway. I mean, just made it. It's just 30-day breakaway right now. Again, it's like, what is this? It's for people who are like, who are you? Like, what is this? Because what I'm finding is people are interested in running. And then as soon as I say, I'm a Beachbody coach, they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, well, guess what? You get to see our program. You get to meet our coaches. You get to see our awesomeness for free for the next 13 days. So that's why the more coaches, bring your heat, bring your ideas, throw in your, be active, show your awesomeness, and then take them to wherever you'd like to take them. They may check you out and be like, you know what? I don't know if I'm ready for running, but tell me what else you can do. Like, so it's that place.
there are multiple groups called 30-day breakaway on.
Yeah, we can call it something different. Like we
will be calling it something different as of like.
Want a breakaway?
What is it?
Want a breakaway?
Something.
I don't know. Yeah, the name of the group we were kind of not sure of because there are going to be a bunch that are called 30-day breakaway.
Yeah.
Run away from COVID.
I love it. It's going to be a great way to also show people, like Lisa said, like what else there is and what else we're about, just to share what the community is and, what other resources there are besides that. But just adding all the value and especially, Lisa's expertise with all of the running extras that I clearly have no idea about. That's an added bonus that.
But you do know. You do know.
I knew, but I don't know all. But you know what I mean? Like
I feel like that it's a way to target people who wouldn't ordinarily come to Beachbody.
Right.
They're like, oh, running? Holy shit, look at all this other stuff I'm getting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at all the, like, this is what I said, and hopefully the girls who were at yesterday's run can attest to it. You don't want to be a part of this? Okay. You don't have to be. You're crazy. Like, look what we can do. Look at our community. And it's really like for the coaching aspect, you know. And the other thing that I offered to my coaching team that I opened to anybody, but you know, I created this like basically just training schedule, which I'm now working on again. If there's someone who's like, yeah, I'm good with the 5K, I'm really working towards like a half. Great. Sign on as my challenger and Lisa will coach you. Throw them in the group. Like, it's virtual. I'm doing it for one. I may as well do it for, throw them in the group. So what else can you do? There will be a push-up contest come January 1st. I'm just kidding. You know, but just like think about, I love how you guys just flex like on the same.
I have nothing to flex. How embarrassing.
But I mean, that's the thought that like we're using it as a, just like I said to Jackie, who I don't even know if she's listening, Jackie, you know, if, oh, that's awesome, Nina.
I'm here, Lisa.
What's that?
I'm here listening.
Oh, good. What I was saying is, you know, you think of it as not just like this program, oh my God, it's only 30 days and then they're going to miss it. But as, you know, oh, wow, I missed this season. Like people are like, I'm in for the next one. Great. Here's the next one. And then halfway through Breakaway, they're going to be like, oh, I missed it. Well, you can still join our, hey, we're running on the 22nd. Hey, we're running on Thanksgiving. Join us. It's not a cost. You just join us. Oh, what do you do? Oh, you do Beachbody too? Oh, so this is a cult? Let me be in. No. But then you start to like, you know, talk to people and like, what else do you do? I don't know, I'm going to send you a workout after the run or whatever. So, you know.
Mommy, can I play lower or lower in the middle or very, very loud?
Never very loud at this time of night.
The middle, the middle?